Good morning, students. Today we are going to start the chapter 4, Sorting Materials into Groups. In this chapter, we will be able to study and understand how and on what basis we will sort out the materials into groups. For example, you can see here in the picture there are different categories of materials: desk, chair, pens, highlighter, scissors, stapler, and so many other materials are being kept here on this page. We can sort out these materials into different groups on the basis of different properties. इस चैप्टर में हम उन्हीं प्रॉपर्टीज़ के बारे में जानेंगे जिनके आधार पर हम डिफरेंट मटेरियल्स को ग्रुप्स में अलग अलग सेग्रीगेट कर सकते हैं, सॉर्ट आउट कर सकते हैं। जैसे आप यहाँ पर इन पिक्चर्स को देख रहे हैं, different type of materials are arranged here. There is watermelon, there is clock, egg, cake piece, hanger, a letter, a pizza slice, and so on. We know some are eatables, whereas some are not. So, we will now see what are the different bases on which we can actually sort out the materials into groups. Let us study those properties of materials. There are 4 properties on the basis of which we can segregate and sort out the materials: appearance, hardness, soluble and insoluble, transparency, in which transparent, opaque, and translucent materials can be segregated. Let us see the table 4.1 and table 4.2 of NCERT. The table 4.1, objects and the materials they are made of. Here there are some objects given like plate, thali, and materials they are made of are being written here. For example, steel, glass, plastics. All these materials make the plate. Similarly, pen is the object. And what are the materials they are made up of? Pen are made up of plastics and metal. Yes. Let us see the table 4.2. Different types of objects that are made from the same material. The materials are wood, paper, leather, plastics, and cotton. Wood and paper are being given as an example. You can see that chair, table, plough, bullock cart, and its wheels all are made up of wood. And what about paper? Books, notebooks, newspaper, toys, and calendar. So many objects are here which are made of paper. So dear students, we have to write at least 2 more substances in table 4.1, and we have to also write the objects which are made up of leather, plastics, and cotton in table 4.2. So are you all ready to write it? Yes, I'm sure you are writing it. If you have written it, let us see. What are the materials? Yes, let us see now. we can write bucket. Material they are made of? Plastic. And metal. Yes, the bucket is made up of plastic as well as metal. Knife is the object. And what is the material it is made up of? Steel, wood, and plastic. Yes, knife is made up of steel, wood, and plastic. And what about table 4.2? We have to write the materials leather, plastics, and cotton, and the objects which are made of these materials. If we see the leather, shoes, belts, purses, jackets, suitcase, and bags, all these are made up of leather. And what about plastics? Yes, students, buckets, chairs, tables, bags, briefcase, lunch box, all these are made up of plastics. Cotton, clothes, bandage, bed sheet, cushions, bags, all these are made up of cotton. We can also write another material like iron. And what are the objects made of these material? Iron. There are chairs, tables, doors, bathroom fittings, mesh, wheels, and other railway goods. So, dear students, we have understood very well about how are we going to see the objects and the material they are made of. So we have completed the NCERT table 4.1 and 4.2. Now we will be studying about materials and their properties. This is the main topic on which we have to give focus. So let us start it. Materials and their properties. Appearance. Materials that have luster are usually metals. वो materials जिनमें usually चमक होती है बच्चों वो metals होते हैं. For example, iron, copper, aluminium, gold, ये सभी metals के ही एग्जाम्पल हैं. आप सब किचन में देखते होंगे एल्यूमिनियम के बर्तन, कॉपर के भी ग्लासेस और बर्तन आपने अपने किचन में देखे होंगे. गोल्ड के जो ऑर्नामेंट्स हैं, गहने, आई एम श्योर यू ऑल मस्ट हैव सीन इट. यू कैन आस्क योर पेरेंट आल्सो. सो इफ वी टॉक अबाउट अपीयरेंसेस, देयर इज द लस्टर. लस्टर चमक. मटीरियल्स दैट हैव लस्टर are usually metals, and materials like paper, cardboard, wood, these do not have luster. इनमें चमक नहीं होती है. So what do we learn? Materials usually look different from each other. Materials usually एक दूसरे से अलग ही दिखते हैं. For example, wood looks very different from iron. जो लकड़ी होती है वो आयरन से एकदम डिफरेंट दिखती है. आयरन लुक्स वेरी डिफरेंट फ्रॉम कॉपर एंड एल्यूमिनियम. आयरन कॉपर एंड एल्यूमिनियम से एकदम डिफरेंट दिखता है. इजंट इट? यस, इट इज. एंड यू कैन सी द पिक्चर. हियर you are seeing the image of iron. You are able to see that. And there is the gold. The gold is in the form of the rectangular blocks. There is the luster in gold. You can see chamak hai gold mein, iron mein. There is also copper. You can see the reddish brown color of the copper. All these wires, they are having luster. They have that shine in them. And what about the non-shiny elements? If I see the paper, the cardboard, and the wood, these do not have that luster which iron, gold, and copper have. So, we have studied and understood about what are the material properties, and we have also studied the first property, appearance, on the basis of which we can segregate or sort out the materials into groups. Luster. The way light reflects through a mineral is called luster. The shine. Materials that have luster or shine are usually metals. We just studied it, dear students, that gold, silver, copper, iron, all these metals are actually the examples for having luster. Luster is the shine which all these metals possess. This is the part 1. We will be coming back soon for part 2.